Hi, and welcome back to another motivational moment with me, your coach, Michelle. Today's topic, you guys, we're going to be talking about things that I need you all to stop doing in 2021. So, there's a saying that says, be with those who bring out the best in you and not the stress in you. Now, unfortunately, I have no idea who originated this quote, but you know what? I love it nonetheless. And I'll be sure to link in the description box because it's so powerful. So, number one, stop trying to get people to see your point. I know I'm guilty of it. I really am. Where I am determined, you're going to see my point. But I have learned over the years to stop it because people are going to believe what they want to believe. And it's all right if they don't see your point, just like you don't see their point. Let them state their facts as they see it. You state yours as you see it. And then you know what? You look at them and say, okay, well, we're going to agree to disagree. Give them your best smile, honey, and keep it moving. So never waste your time trying to explain yourself to people who have proven that they are committed to believing what they want to believe. So no matter what you say, no matter what I say, they're going to believe what they want to believe. And that's all right. They're set in their ways, and nothing that you can say or do will change the way they feel. So don't waste your time doing it. Number two, stop letting negative thinking people into your inner circle. I am always talking about making sure that you keep your inner circle clutter free. And that includes negative people. So positivity is a choice. You choose to be positive. I choose to be positive because I'm not having any other way. But it is a choice that you must make. Those who choose to think negatively, they have no place in your life, just like they have no place in mine. You can love them. I'm not saying don't love them because some of those folks may be family members. You can love them, but you need to keep them at a distance. At least arm's length, if not two arms length distance. Again, hey, what's up? Love you, mean it. But no, I don't want you around me because you have that negative spirit about you that has no place in my life. So keep their negative thoughts and ideas away from you since you become that which you hang around the most. And if you don't believe me, just try it. If you go and you hang out with negative thinking people and they think negative about every daggone thing, I don't care how big or small it is, they're always thinking negative. Hang around them long enough, and I promise you're going to start thinking negative too. And you didn't start out that way. But again, you tend to become that which you associate with the most. Number three, stop letting people make you feel ashamed of your scars. Our scars remind us of what we've gone through so that we don't do it again, hopefully. Your scars are a reminder of what you've overcome. It reminds you of how far God has brought you. Every scar has a story. Now, some of those stories are not good ones, and they probably don't have good happy endings, and some of them are good ones, but you have nothing to be ashamed of. Can I just tell you this real quick? I have a scar on my right knee. Actually, I have two, where many years ago, I think I was in elementary school, in the backseat of my mom's car at the time, and the side paneling had come off, and she stuffed, set it in the seat, and it kind of goes down in between the seat. Well, my brother and I, we were in the car, we were counting cars going by or something like that, and something scratched my knee. Didn't look at it right away, but you know how something scratches the skin and it starts to hurt over time? And I went to reach down to rub it, and something was moist. And I looked at my hand. I thought, oh my God, I'm bleeding. And I looked down and I thought, Jesus Christ, I had a gaping hole. It probably was about this wide, you guys. And I had to, of course, go to the hospital, get stitches, and I had to be off from school for a while. Kind of got infected because, I was a rough kid. Let me just keep it real. But to sum it all up, I have a scar from that. And then let's backtrack just, I'm going to say maybe 3 years ago. I think it's about 3 years ago, the night before a big competition. For those of you that know me, then you know I'm a competitive power lifter. I was in the bed, went to turn over, and something scratched me. Now I got up, cut on the light, and there was bleeding. Now and that hole was probably about maybe this wide, and it's not that long, but it was long enough that I had to get 8 stitches in it. And to this day, I still don't know what the heck happened because there was nothing in the bed. It was a spring. Now, the spring had not come through the mattress, but I guess it was sharp enough that it still cut the skin. Because I looked and I looked and I just could not find anything. But I said all that to say this. Those two scars are part of my life. And at one time, I won't even lie, the first scar, because it's quite long, I had decided I was going to get a skin graft. Of course, you start doing your homework, find out it's a little pricey. I thought, yeah, whatever. We're just going to leave it the way it is. But both of those scars tell a story of my life. And I'm not ashamed of them. Yes, I will still put on my skirt or my dress that comes right above the knee because I'm not worried about that scar. And if you ever ask me, oh, what happened to your knee? Honey, I'd be more than happy to tell you. And especially the one right before my competition, because even though that thing was hurting like you know what, I got up the next day, went to my competition, killed it, and I have the trophy downstairs to prove it. Okay, so it just shows me that yes, this thing hurt, but I didn't let it keep me from something that I truly wanted to do. Plus, I had trained for that competition. I was not about. Matter of fact, I kept my mouth shut. I didn't even tell the doctor. Doctor said just take the antibiotics and all that kind of good stuff. Get you some rest. I thought, yeah, okay. I'm going to my competition in the morning. My mom tried to talk me out of it, but I wouldn't hear of it. But I said all that to say this: don't ever let anybody make you feel ashamed or embarrassed about your scars, because your scars make you who you are today, good, bad, or indifferent. And I'll say this, and I'm gonna move on. Sometimes your scars are not external, meaning that there's no cut on my on my knee that I can see, but your scars are here. They're in the heart, and sometimes they're up here. Now, I can't see that scar, but I can see that you've been scarred by your behavior, by the things that you say. That's deep. We'll have to unpack that another day. Number 4, stop being afraid to make mistakes. We have all made mistakes, and I promise you, just as sure as I am sitting here with corrected vision, we will continue to make mistakes because that's a part of life. How do you learn if you don't make mistakes? And I know we worry about making mistakes. I'm the same way. I don't necessarily like to make mistakes, but I do. That's just like you driving down the road and you get a speeding ticket. You made a mistake because you shouldn't have been speeding, but that speeding ticket said, guess what? I won't do that again. Or at least if I do it, I'm going to be careful. You go over that white line, and that traffic ticket, camera ticket, whatever you call it, snaps your tag, or you think you can make it through that yellow light without the light turning red on you, and you get that ticket in the mail. Guess what? You won't make that mistake again. I'm just saying. So don't let anybody ever make you feel bad about your mistakes. If you didn't make mistakes, such as picking the wrong person, how would you know you picked the right one? You know you've gotten the right one once you've been through all the bad seeds, and that right one comes along, and you say, you know what? I did it. I got the right one. But if you hadn't met the bad ones, you would know what a good one is if it smacked you in the face. I'm just saying. Number 5, stop letting people be untrue to you. When people show you who they are, I need you to believe them. Because I had to learn that the hard way. When people showed me who they were, I believe you. Let them know that their behavior isn't going to work for you. And if they want to stay in as a part of your life, their behavior will have to change. In the famous words of Medea, this thing you're doing right here, it's going to be a problem. Now, if you care about this friendship, then you need to fix it. Otherwise, show them the door. Stop allowing people to be untrue to you. Stop allowing them to just treat you like the crap that you walk on when you step outside your house on a daily basis because we're just walking outside. You deserve better than that. Number 6, stop letting people mistreat you. You deserve better, and you need to start acting like it. It pains me when I see people being mistreated and they act like it's no big deal. Oh, honey, I ain't worried about that. Oh, they just playing. No, they're not. What did I just say? When people show you who they are, believe them. You better stop letting people mistreat you, because I'm going to tell you one thing's for certain, two things for sure. You're not coming up in my space thinking you're going to mistreat me. Because I'm going to tell you now, you get the swinging, guess what? I'm swinging back. That's just me. I am saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost, but what you will not do is mistreat me, verbally, physically, or otherwise. I'm not happening. It doesn't happen in my camp. I don't give it to other people, and I'm sure as heck not going to sit and receive it from anybody. That almost took me to a whole other place. So you deserve better, and you need to start acting like it. When people try to take advantage of you, it's time to cut them off. Stop tolerating the way people treat you just because you don't want to be alone. I done told y'all before, one is still a whole number. I would much rather be alone than to be with somebody that treats me like crap. And then sit there and make excuses. I'm the wrong one. Don't make excuses to me. Because I'm going to tell you about yourself, honey. Who you think you're talking to? I've lived a good number of years, and I promise you, I know when somebody's mistreating you. They're not just playing. They may tell you that. Huh? Let me move on. Number 7, stop being a plan B for other people. So don't settle to simply be someone's downtime, spare time, part time, or sometime. You deserve to be the main event in anybody's life that you happen to be with. Don't ever let anybody make you a plan B. I wish you would try to make me a plan B, and we got to sneak around. No, honey, you call yourself being with me, we gonna be seen together. That's it. That's all. Because you deserve it. I deserve it. We deserve it. Number 8, stop letting hateful people make you hate them back. As Gandhi once said, an eye for an eye will only make the whole world blind. Y'all, that's powerful. Ooh, I love it. That's powerful. So regardless of how low down and deceitful someone has been to you, don't you ever let hate live in your heart. And I'm going to be honest with you, I had to get to a place where I could honestly not just say that, but truly feel that way. Truly act that way. I don't let hate live in my heart. Yeah, I may dislike you, but I don't hate anybody. I'm not a Trump supporter, but I don't hate Trump because hate is such a strong word. Do I dislike him? Oh, a whole lot. But I've decided hate has no room here. Hate can't live in my heart. I ask God, you look, Lord, you deal with them. I love them with the love of Christ, not with the love of Michelle, with the love of Christ. Because if I had to love some people with my love, oh, honey, they wouldn't get it. Number 9, stop letting people use your past to dictate your future. People that keep bringing up your past, they don't really want to see you get ahead. In fact, I believe they're afraid to see you succeed. And some people truly are. Then there's some people that can't believe that you were once a drug addict, an alcoholic, a pimp, a prostitute, constantly in and out of jail, or an overall nobody, and now you have everything that you've ever wanted and then some. Some people can't deal with your success. And I'm going to take just the first thing that comes to my mind is you have a lot of preachers that I love it when preachers feel free to open up and tell you their story. And I've heard stories of preachers who say, you know what, there was one time that I was out there on the block selling drugs. One time that I was out there doing this, doing that, doing the other. But God delivered me. And I'm now spreading the gospel everywhere I go. So don't ever let your past dictate your future. That's just like you may have been overweight in your younger years. That doesn't mean that you have to stay overweight and as you get older. People change. Mindsets change. Wants, needs, desires change. Your past is just that. And in the famous words of Medea, your past is like your big ass. It's behind you. So don't ever let anybody throw your past. Because, you know, some people do that. Oh, I remember when. Girl, I remember. Gone somewhere with that because that's in the past. I don't roll like that anymore. Or that's not my thing. Or I don't associate with that group of people anymore. Number 10, stop thinking change is a bad thing. Change may not always be easy to accept, but many times it's for the better. And I will say this as I end here. Sometimes change doesn't always feel good, but it is good. So I'm going to say this, embrace change. I had to learn that years ago that change doesn't always feel good, but in the end, it was much better for me and my sanity and where I was trying to go in life. So always embrace change. Let me do a quick recap and I promise I'm going to let you be. So we talked about things to stop letting people do in 2021. Number 1, I said stop trying to get people to see your point. They're going to believe what they want to believe. You're going to believe what you want to believe. Just say, smile at them with your best smile and say, you know what, we're going to agree to disagree and move on. Number 2, stop letting negative thinking people into your inner circle. That you don't need that negativity in your life because that stuff will eat away at you. It's like corrosion. It will eat away at you. I'm listening to what I'm telling you. So you need to keep that stuff away from you, and it definitely has no business in your inner circle. Number three, stop letting people make you feel ashamed of your scars, be it external scars, meaning those that we can see, or scars that live in your heart. You don't need to be ashamed about that, because those scars make you who you are. Some of you are the person that you are right now because of the scars that you have, and that's a blessing. You have a story to tell. Number four, I said stop being afraid to make mistakes. I used to be that way where I just hated the thought of making mistakes, stumbling over a word doing a video. I'd start that video all over again 50 million times if I needed to until I got it just right. But guess what? The world is full of mistakes. We learn by making mistakes. Number five, stop letting people be untrue to you. When people show you who they are, honey, believe them. My hand is raised because I've always been the kind of person that I love to see the good in people. Even though I see you acting like an outright you know what, I still try to see the good in people. But then one day I woke up and said, Michelle, baby, you're going to have to let people be. When people show you who they are, believe them. And keep it moving. And there might be some good in down inside of them. But you can't make it your quest in life to try to find it, because you're going to drive yourself crazy. Number seven, stop being a plan B for other people. I love it. I simply said, don't settle to simply be somebody's downtime, spare time, part-time, sometime, in the meantime, none of that. If you can't be the main attraction in that person's life, then you don't need to be in their lives, and they don't need to be in yours. For what? Oh, meet me behind that bush over there. The devil is a lie. I'll beat you behind that bush, but I'm not going to meet you nowhere. No, I'm not sneaking around to be with you. For what? What are you getting out of that? I'm just saying. And then I'm not even talking about somebody who is in a relationship with somebody else. I'm talking about somebody that claims they love you and or like you, but they don't want to be seen in public with you. So, come over after dark. Only come over on this time, but they don't want to take you out anywhere. Honey, you better learn. Number eight, stop letting hateful people make you hate them back. Gandhi said an eye for an eye would make the whole world blind. So if I'm poking you in this eye and then poking that one, guess what? I can't see nothing, neither can you. Don't let people, their hatred rub off on you. Keep loving them with the love of Christ. Number nine, stop letting people use your past to dictate your future. People swear them down that they Miss Cleo know everything. Oh, their past, they did this, that, and the other, honey. They ain't gonna be nothing. You better shut your mouth. Yes, I said shut your mouth, because people can change. God uses who he chooses, and he can use all of us for his glory. So your past doesn't have to dictate your future. Y'all, that's all I have. That's all I have. Hopefully that helped somebody and it resonated in your spirit. If it did, let me know. I know as I looked through that list, some things that I had to think of myself, and I can remember when I was going through some of those things. But at the end of the day, you are a good person. And what you're not going to do is take all that negativity and that mess from last year and bring it into this year. We on some new stuff. So thank you so much to my new subscribers. Thank you so much to those of you that continue to support me in all that I do. I love each and every one of you to the moon and back. You know the drill. You know my spiel. There's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. So don't even try, because I'm going to love you no matter what. Matter of fact, I'm going to love you when nobody else even likes you. Until next time, take care.